Dr. B and Mrs. B, empty nester lifestyle. Ba-da-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da, la 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 la.
We are back. That's right. We are back to the Dr. B and Mrs. B Empty Nester Lifestyle Podcast Show. Wow, Mrs. B.
Wow.
And guess what, folks? We are recording our podcast show outside on July 4th on our deck,
Independence Day.
Independence Day, but we're outside this time, and we are out in the heat, Mrs. B.
We are out in the
We're enjoying the festivities.
90s.
It's 98 degrees,
98
and we're recording this podcast show. This is podcast show number 51, and it's entitled Celebrating July 4th and America 250. What does it mean to empty nesters? That's right. What does it mean to empty nesters? It's July 4th, Mrs. B.
Yes, it is. Freedom 250, America 250, Happy America 250. Wow. All the festivities, all the celebration of Declaration of Independence.
That's right.
As well as the White House in 2026.
It's all,
as well
all
as
going
all
on.
the different presidencies, all the way back to George Washington.
We're talking about the beginning.
The beginning.
Yeah.
A long journey in the history of America. Wow. United States of America.
There you go, Mrs. B. And Mrs. B, by the way, has her red, white, and blue on.
I have my red, white, and blue
she has the red, white,
on.
and blue
Salute
sunglasses
the soldiers
too.
in the U.S.
and
military.
I have my blue on, have my white on, and everything.
Yes.
And again, this is such an important day in history. And I'm just going to say, there's always been, with every holiday, there's always different points of view. And we wanted to share our individual perspective, particularly as empty nesters, and particularly as persons of color, and how sometimes it's interesting how folks feel like it's different this time around.
I know. It's exciting.
It's supposed to be very exciting.
Yes.
And exhilarating, and yet you still have a certain segment of the population don't want to celebrate July 4th and America 250, Mrs. B.
Oh, you should always. The fact that you're even in the country.
There you go.
As American citizens.
There you go.
That's a reason to celebrate, because some freedoms is not guaranteed around the world, such as communism
you just
or
said
socialism
freedom.
countries. There's no freedom there.
Yeah.
There's a certain type of freedom.
Yeah.
And that's already been tried in different types of strategies in terms of democracy. And it didn't work. So America 250, American government, there was parliamentary procedures shared within America, and then the different foundings. We're in North Carolina, and we have our places. We've grown up in Michigan and Ohio. But I tell you one thing, we've traveled across the USA as well as abroad, and I'm going to tell you the American government system is something that is unique.
Yes,
that is different, and is a treasure and a monument to democracy and freedom around the world.
Yeah.
From sea to shining sea.
There you.
And you can have difference of opinions. That's okay. You can have differing perspectives and point of views, just not the violent part of it, in the domestic part of the everyday communities of the United States of America, as well as defend and protect. There's nothing wrong with that when you have to defend and protect the people that are here, and I got to say it, the taxpayers too, and the workers and the hard workers, as well as every level of statuses that people have.
There you go.
And to have people be fed and that are hungry in the U.S. and pray, and it is true that God bless America, as well as in God we trust. That's where we use our monetary systems and all these types of things. But at the same time, there's all different types of beliefs, whether it's different religions. Some religions are non-Christian, and we respect the different perspective of religions. Our religion has to be Christian faith, and it's not just happen to be, it is.
It is.
And that's the part of our family history, no doubt about it.
There you go.
So hey,
nothing
all
wrong
types
saying
of belief, nothing wrong at all. Definitely proud in Jesus Christ, but also proud in the different types of beliefs that people have, that we all come together and get along.
There you go. And now let me just say, Mrs. B, this reminds me, it's 2026. And I just have to say this because as empty nester, I celebrated in 1976 the bicentennial year of our country. And I just happened to graduate from high school back in 1976. And my high school year in Xenia, Ohio, we were the bicentennial graduates.
Yes.
And the reason why I bring this up is that in 1976, a lot of folks, particularly in my community, did not feel, as well as I, not comfortable with what was happening in the country at that time, 1976. We were going through a lot of turmoil and everything in 1976. There was a lot of pushback from particularly African American communities say, why should we celebrate the bicentennial? And yet, it was also an opportunity for integration, for a lot of folks coming together. And I remember it very well, by the way. And that's the reason why I say 1976 is very similar to now 2026. Because there's still a lot of folks from various communities really don't want to celebrate this holiday. Yet you got to remind folks, as Mrs. B already said, how we got here, but the freedom that each and every one of us have. In varying ways, we have much more freedom, rights, and responsibilities than our previous generations and I just can't reminded how our grandparents and relatives had to go through a lot of sacrifice just to give us as empty nesters the opportunity to continue to grow as professionals, can continue to enjoy life. So 1976 is very reflective of 2026, because back then I also remember it was my obligation to constantly integrate myself in the larger community, not stay isolated in my community, but go into the larger community. And what I mean by that, I attended a large, predominantly white institution, Miami University, and it was my obligation and my responsibility. And that's what I'm doing even now in 2026, working for predominantly mainstream university and constantly integrating my perspective, my approach, my philosophy into the next generation to make it better for all of us, not just one set, for all of us. So again, that's another reason why I wanted to do this show, Mrs. B, to constantly push all of us in an opportunity to engage better, engage regularly, not stay isolated in our little worlds online, on our phones, on this and that, or in different groups. Technology puts us in these small groups, particularly on Facebook, on TikTok, you stay in these small groups.
Individual
but it's
social media
the purpose
groups
of it. I think is supposed to bring us more together. Not isolated. So I think 2026 is an opportunity for all of us to engage even more, celebrate our past, recognize the past, put the past in its proper place, don't forget it, but move on and still integrate and engage with other communities, not just in the United States, but around the world, Mrs. B.
Oh, Dr. B, absolutely correct. In our senior status and empty nesters lifestyle, but also having a family and 3 adult children doing their life, living their life to the best of their abilities, I tell you what, we have nothing to prove.
Exactly.
All the things, all the speeches, all the presentations, all the things we've seen within academia, policy across the spectrum. We've been there in a lot of places and done that. And we feel great about it. To get to this point where you feel good about all the things you've done and all the things you have influenced and affected, and we know we have, in authorship and different types of creative work around the world. That's for 37 years and beyond. And I tell you, this country is wonderful. everything's not going to be perfect. There have been atrocities. Yeah. There has been tribulations. There has been tyranny. There has been
slavery.
Okay, there has been yes, to overcome it.
Yeah, we go
and then overcoming human trafficking and modern slavery. There has been all those things that has happened in each country around the world. But it also happens in the time periods of America, and some still overcoming. And I tell you, that's going to be solved. It must be solved because if ingenuity, genuine ingenuity, has something to do with, and it does, with how Americans strive and ability to have strength and ability to have comprehension and bravery and courage, each time it has been conquered.
There you go.
So whether it's defense or safety and our own wills to learn and have the ability to be alert and be informed of how to, each person is a catalyst of being a strong person to take care of themselves and one another, extending out into the roots of the community. And that is important, whatever part of the state that you live in, and respecting each other's space and boundaries and caring for one another. The United States of America is an integral, complex system of different types of policies that spread across the country. But at the same time, there's state policies, and we the people, and the U.S. Constitution, and the Declaration of Independence, and the Tea Party was then, and now we are in the Boston Massacre, and now and so many different types of America 250s, Freedom 250s, and USA freedom around the world, and the celebration of the fireworks, and all the different monuments and museums and centers and governments around the world. But in America is the network of just the world itself.
There you go. Okay.
That's hardly only if several countries can say that America, that they can say that there are so many different cultures of different types of people in one country.
There you go.
And the U.S. territories. Hello.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna.
There you go.
Thank you, Mrs. B. Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah.
Woo. That's a good
conquer it.
There you go. Now I'm going
solutions.
I'm going to switch gears a little bit, Mrs.
All right.
B. I'm going to switch gears a little, Miss B.
Okay.
Okay. As I started this off, Mrs. B wearing her red, white, and blue.
Collaborate, partnerships.
Hold on. How do you feel now, 2026, when you go out and wear your red, white, and blue, Mrs. B?
Oh, I feel great. I feel more wisdom. I feel more strength. We've been doing collaboration, partnerships, and caring and focus groups, as Dr. B has done since 1988 and 89. And professionally, we have our degrees, our education, our certifications, and our styles and different types of forms of business for a long time. And hey, in academia.
But right now, stop.
I'm going to tell you, I feel blessed. I'm excited.
Yeah.
And I'm going to slow down.
Yeah.
I feel blessed.
Slow your roll.
I feel wisdom.
Dang.
I feel strength.
When you wear your red, white, and blue?
I feel whatever chaos that goes around.
No. I'm just talking about, no.
I feel peace.
No.
Stronger,
when you wear your red, white, because you have a red, white. You have a red, white, and blue purse.
Yeah, I do.
Mini purse, and I'm just kind of curious when you're going about and shopping and everything. Do you
proud.
Get okay?
I feel proud.
There you go.
I feel strengthened.
Okay.
I feel strengthened by so many people that are strengthening each other.
Do you get people looking at you?
Yeah, they do. They love it. They love the purse.
Yeah,
they love the glasses.
You always tell me when people give you little compliments and all that.
Red, white, and blue design is getting more style, high styled and fashion,
and you produce it as well in your artwork.
And then bringing it together. I produce it in my artwork. Yeah. My artwork is Glorify Arts.
There you go. I want to give
bringing that together, and then and Dr. B and Mrs. B Empty Nester lifestyle, website updates, and shops. Okay. And so the artwork that I did, I was so conscientious of how each color and each design and each design principle and theory went together in the creation of the canvas for the American flag and several other pieces. And for sales and art galleries and things like that, and private art galleries, I do best with that because I can make my artist statement, and it has a whole lot of meaning behind it.
Make your artist statement.
Series 1, 2, and 3.
Did y'all hear that? She makes her artist statement in her final product.
I feel confident about that, Dr. B.
Keep on making
self-esteem
more art.
growing up. That's what we would say growing up. Self-esteem, particularly as a young girl. and a female girl growing up, and my
From
mother.
where?
From Holland Park, Michigan.
Where's that at?
But I was born in Detroit at
There you
Sinai
go.
Hospital in Michigan.
There you go.
But as we moved around, I encompassed all the different places that we lived and traveled, and so that makes you grow.
Okay. Now, thank you. Now I'm going to switch gears just a little bit.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this is July 4th, and we've lived in other places.
Yes.
And which fireworks display
Wow.
from one place to another you remember the most?
Oh,
and I'll
wow.
let you think about. Here's the one I think about the most is probably the one in Frederick, Maryland, when we had just moved out to Frederick, Maryland, and we just living in a townhome, and we were actually watching the fireworks of several yards away from our townhome. In Mrs. B had our youngest Marcus as a baby, and we had in the van, and Darren and everything. They were with me, and there was a crowd of folks all around us, and we saw the fireworks in overlooking Frederick, Maryland. We were on top of a hill, just a few yards from our townhome, but it was the most inviting, but also historic and patriotic fireworks that all together as a family, which was memorable. That was one of the fireworks. The other fireworks display I remember, I gotta say this because last year we were in Raleigh, but the one that probably captured us as me as a father and family, when we were in San Pedro, California, and
I remember.
July 4th, we were overlooking South LA, and when the fireworks happened, you can see the fireworks all through South Los Angeles popping constantly
off
the Pacific
Wow,
Ocean.
yeah.
It was humongous, and we were all collectively surprised at how large of a fireworks display all throughout LA. It was magical. It just kept going on from one community to another. You could just see it popping, and it was not just the LA, downtown LA. It was the communities of South LA, so Los Angeles, and we were driving through the neighborhoods.
Palos Verde, Torrance, California, Palos Verde, San Pedro, that area, off the cliffs of the Rancho Palos Verde and all that area there. That was the compound area.
Away from just a little bit from Long Beach, California, too.
There were military bases there too.
I mean, wow! So those were my two memorable ones: San Pedro and Frederick, Maryland. What about you, Mrs. B?
Wow! I want to say in preface that every fireworks place, we've been to, every festivities we've been to, we've always shared it with people that not only look like us, but look different from us.
Oh, yeah.
We shared it with people that were from, whether they were Democrats or Republicans and independents. We've always been independent-minded. We didn't lean too left or right.
Yeah.
We were all all together.
Politics didn't come into the play.
Yeah,
we were enjoying an event.
Enjoying the event. We're independent. We don't lean far left, and we in the center, and
we got that
a little bit, and some lean right. But then at the same time, we think independently, and we do have our own choices. There'll be folks that'll.
Which fireworks was the
push
more
you, sway
memorable?
you one
Which
way or the other.
fireworks were most memorable for you?
But you're right. There's going to be folks that'll sway you one way or the other, but you hold your ground. And this is correct. You are talking about the fireworks, and let me stay on track on that.
Yeah.
But that's the point. We got along with all types
Which
of
place?
people.
I just posted. We lived in several different places.
Yes,
Which place was most memorable fireworks display for you, Mrs. B?
Okay, so all right. I've established that we got along with people, never far right, never far left. But there you go. So that's how you got to meet in the middle. And that's how we got along. And the ones that I remember...
Are you going to answer the question?
Yes.
Come on. Because we're running short of time.
The one that I remember the most is Frederick, Maryland, as well as Dr. B. But I think the home style one that I remember was also Belle Isle. There's fireworks over Belle Isle. You have to be in your car to do that. That was in Michigan, and sometimes I enjoy that.
That's you, Mrs. B.
Yeah, that's me.
That wasn't me.
But you were in Ohio.
I wasn't gonna go back there. I was gonna go. Didn't want to bring up my
sorry,
childhood.
Dr. B. I went off track a little bit on.
Yeah, you really went
on a
off
little
track.
bit of. Oh, I did not. A little bit on the policies, but mostly policies. So anyway, back on track. I will say that what I did enjoy. Stop.
I could have said Kings Island in Ohio when
Kings
I
Island.
when I saw fireworks Kings Island.
I did enjoy the Frederick, Maryland ones. I did also enjoy the San Pedro one. There was some fireworks in Indianapolis, but that was near the downtown stadium, the baseball, right off of the area where they have just really recently built the Circle City. There was a canal area, and we were sitting on the blankets, and they had a baseball game. And there were fireworks there. It always seemed to be at those different types of events, and so I think those are memorable. And I think the ones we had here in North Carolina, and New Bern, North Carolina, when we first got here, because we moved around and relocated because of academia jobs, and my husband, Dr. B's job.
That. We know that. They know that.
New Bern was nice because they had the gazebo. And we had to get in and out, but never mind that. You get in and out.
They did a great job.
They did a great job.
It was very packed.
It was
there.
packed,
and folks on top of folks. We were playing soccer initially, and we had enough room. And then by the time it got dark, we didn't have no space to walk around. We just had to stand and watch the fireworks.
Everybody had to sit down, get your chair, sit out, and you're ready. And they got the
real packed.
Band playing, the military band. They had
military band
right
playing.
over the river and Atlantic Ocean. It was beautiful. And then the other, that was the other Memorial Day, but there was the off of the Morehead City in Beaufort. They're beautiful. And then you mentioned Morehead City.
Yes. We were at Basque Hotel. And saw the fireworks on Atlantic Beach and Morehead City. We just actually sat outside of our hotel room on the third floor watching them over the shoreline.
Yeah.
And that was really good. That was like just 2 years ago, 2-3 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
And then last year we were in Raleigh watching downtown Raleigh with
North
our
Carolina.
kids. Yeah.
We were down there.
Right off.
Freedom Fest 250 in Raleigh. Hey, shout out to you.
So in essence, what you're
wonderful.
saying is you don't have a favorite.
I have all of them are favorites. I think all of them are favorites. I'm not going to just select. We were downtown Greenville and Winterville. Remember?
We came near
There's
Greenville.
some hometown ones.
Okay.
And that we live now. And Greenville had one that was nice off of the Tar River.
We enjoyed that.
And the
I
town
was just asking
commons.
for the most memorable one. But
that's
okay.
have your selected ones. Right?
Okay. But
I
again,
like them all.
there you go. She likes them all.
Not the drone
She answered.
shows.
Okay. She answered the
fireworks.
question. So there you go. This is podcast show number 51, celebrating July 4th in America 250. What does it mean to empty nesters? Wow, we covered a lot in this show, Mrs. B. So
and
thank you.
To your dad.
Enjoy the holiday.
And Dayton National Memorial Cemetery. Enjoy the holidays.
Enjoy the holidays.
Yes,
Mrs.
I
B.
do.
So thank you for tuning in. Last thing I have to say is peace out.
Peace in.